It's the second episode of the final season of Succession, and my lord in heaven, it's tense. Last week created this beautiful powder keg of reflection and conflict. The episode opted to play its moments smaller, only throwing the audience further off kilter. Episode 2, The Rehearsal, takes all of that calculated tension and brings the temperature knob just up that bit more to really roast the audience to the edge of their seats. Seriously, the impeccable writing, performances and character work is only made even more impactful by the finality that this season is. It is so hard to predict where the show is going to go, who's going to end up on which side, and it's not as if I even am particularly trying to predict what's going on. Yet again, Succession is giving us more moments that remove the witty, spicy gloss that Succession usually brandishes with ease. Moments more grounded in the sorrowful reality these characters inhabit. Specifically, Shiv's reaction to Tom's Logan-esque divorce lawyer abuse, the massive karaoke room meeting between the family, and finally, the show-stopping speech that Connor gives at the end that might just be among the greatest moments of the show, and we still have 8 episodes to go. A good place to start is at ATN with Logan's side of the conflict. It can be easy to forget that Logan Roy does have some unobtainable charisma and confidence that makes him such an imposing leader figure. When he arrives at the ATN headquarters and is just kind of menacingly skulking around, it's hard to see which way it's going to swing. Are we about to get another bore on the floor? He hilariously congratulates a random guy on managing to send one email.
Please, don't exhaust yourself.
As Tom and Greg watch on with trepidation, it does seem that Logan is about to go beast mode on these poor employees.
Full beast!
However, Logan gets up on this little makeshift stage and absolutely wins the room. He is yelling with passion, and the room ends in thunderous applause and cheering.
You're pirates!
In this moment, I'm reminded why Logan's the captain and these are his pirates to plunder the corpse of democracy. The flip side of this is just how manipulative Logan is. Kerry, Logan's assistant, wants to be a news anchor at ATN. However, Kerry is awful at it. Her newsreel is an ongoing gag that all the characters laugh at throughout the episode. This evoked memories of Willa and her season 2 play. You can't your way to being a good playwright. Similarly, you can't your way to being a good news anchor. Logan unsubtly incepts into Tom and Sid that what he wants is her in the newsroom. But he can't demand that. He's the boss. That would be unprofessional. Except he pretty much does command Tom with everything but his exact words. I'm not quite done with Logan. There's a pivotal scene later in the episode. However, it's time to check in on Tom motherfucking Wambsgans. Not much to report this week. Tom gets pressure from Logan that Kerry isn't immediately going to be a news anchor. In the traditional etiquette of Succession, Tom passes that pressure down onto Greg. That leads to a great moment of Tom convincing Greg that he's the clear better option for the conversation.
It's like Israel-Palestine. except harder.
Which in turn leads to a perfect moment of Greg bumbling his way against Carrie to deliver the news that she won't be a news anchor. There's this very cute response Greg gives of understood to Carrie, explaining that she will take him apart like a human string cheese.
If this focus group isn't real, I'm gonna take you apart like a human string cheese.
Understood.
Finally, there's some cold plays from Tom at the start of the episode. Hiring all of the good divorce attorneys in New York to screw Shiv over is just so cruel and malicious. It really is just a move out of Logan's playbook. I'm going to reiterate, it's hard to tell where Tom's motivations lie, so let's move on. Kendall, Shiv and Roman, having successfully bought Pierce Media, have turned their attention to running it for a total of 5 minutes? The kids are spurred on and motivated in this episode, not by anything meaningful, but instead spite. All of the siblings are happy for the Matsson deal to go ahead until Shiv finds out Tom, with the help of her father, is blackballing her out of all the divorce attorneys. From that moment on, Shiv considers the Sandi's proposition and works towards convincing the other siblings to vote against their father. Kendall, for the nearly entirety of the episode, has zero issues with the deal going ahead and continually ignores Shiv's requests, until an out-of-the-blue phone call from Matsson where he personally attacks him, and now it's pettiness. That's a minor slight against Kendall, and like Shiv, he flips immediately. They don't care about money, they care about making this difficult because they resent and begrudge their father, which is fair. However, it truly takes the smallest jab in their direction to drop any notion of making something of their own. Roman, once again, is the odd one out. He's the most restrained and has the most sense. Roman continually reminds the siblings that they want out, and that this conflict will not be worth it. Roman does say awful things about Connor, but still, he's the first to pipe up that this is Connor's night and they should spend time with their soon-to-be wed brother. They enter what looks like a regular bar for, peasants, and it becomes clear just how absurd they look in our reality. However, here I am stalling. Let's get to the big family meeting of the night, where pretty much everyone except Tom and Greg meet in a karaoke bar. Here it is, the big meeting. Logan makes his way down to the kids to try and convince them to vote in his favour. Now, what Logan actually intends from this meeting is likely present minor emotional vulnerability with the hope of convincing any of the kids to vote his way. This is more than likely, as precedent sets, a selfish move for Logan. Yet, he trekked all the way down to a neon karaoke bar. Logan is here saying emotions and words we've hardly heard him say before.
Sorry. I love you.
Nevertheless, Kendall and Shiv spit it back in his face. This is perhaps justifiable, but besides the point. Kendall and Shiv act throughout the conversation like they're scoring slam dunks on the roast counter, but they're not. It's uncomfortable, it's cringy, it's sad. Their words are empty. They are broken forever because of how Logan raised them, or rather didn't. However, at some point, you need to move on. Find your own meaning in the world, or accept that Logan is not going to feel or fix this emptiness. This is as much as they can ever hope to get from Logan, and here they are, acting like true to form, spoiled children. This scene isn't fun. It's not the usual sharp-witted ridicule that takes place on the show. It's ugly. It's desolate. Logan storms out, angry, and walks down the street in a scene that scarily makes him look like a Dracula. Kendall and Shiv try to celebrate their victory, except I don't believe it, and I don't think they believe it. Appropriately, Connor calls them out on it.
Connor, that's
You're all
not...
chasing after Dad saying, oh, love me, please love me. I need love, I need attention.
In an incredible moment where Connor lays it all to bear.
You're needy love sponges. And I'm a plant that grows on rocks and lives off insects that die inside of me.
Connor may truly be the most mature of the bunch. It is heartbreaking and tragic, yet he's able to go home, go back to Willow. Connor may be bonkers, however, he's clearly come to grips the most with the childhood trauma Logan inflicted. As he says, it's like a superpower, he doesn't need love.
If Willa doesn't come back, that's fine. Because I don't need love. It's like a superpower.
This speech is top 10 Succession moments for me. It's unreal. Furthermore, to follow it up with another beautiful moment of silence between a fractured couple is just the chef kiss to add to Succession's pile of ovation and acclaim. Finally, we get Roman skulking back to Logan. The kids can't help themselves. They yearn for that attention. Do I think Roman will turn on the other siblings? Probably not. But you see it. When Logan says, I
need you.
You see it on his face. That's what Roman oh so desperately wants. And Logan knows the exact tunes to play to throw just that little bit of doubt into Roman. Maybe Logan does mean it this time. Finally, the episode plays out to Britell's score, sounding very Swan Lakey. And this gives me the feeling of doubt being introduced into the alliances.
Brian when he's a yacht. Brian docks.
That's pretty good. Oh, I got a good one. Brian when he gets sent to a strict upbringing school. Brian knocks.
Brian knocks. You could have done better. Brian when he breaks bad.
What?
Brian knocks.
Brian when David Tennant's time to regenerate.
No.
Brian knocks.
No. That's worse. That's worse.
Oh, Brian.
You're not good at this.
Brian when he's trying to tell a funny joke. Brian knocks.
No, that's also not a funny joke. It's like an anti-joke.
Oh, but Brian when he's in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's way better.
Brian really loves to masturbate.
Yep.
Into Brian's socks.
No. Again.
Oh, I f***ed again. You couldn't pick that.
Yeah,
You didn't pick it. You would have said it if you could have picked it.
I would have, but
So
you,
no,
added words.
this is the
You
game.
made it
Oh,
fake.
I didn't have to add a word. I just thought it would be funnier.
You made it fake.
I made it fake. Right. So if I just said Brian socks, you would have been like,
It wouldn't have been funny.
it wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't have, because it would have been funny.
Oh.
You cheated.
Okay. Brian
Uh-huh.
is painting a really nice picture.
Uh-huh.
Brian smocks.
Brian, when you're doing a juice cleanse.
Let me think. No, I don't have it.
Brian detox.
That's good. I think that's a good one. Brian has been announced to being cast in Creed 4. Brian gonna box.
Oh, more fake.
What do you mean more fake shit? You would have said it if you got it.
Yeah, no, that was really good. I thought it was a genuine announcement, though. You had me. I didn't realize it was a punchline.
Well, there we have it. Another week of Succession. It seems this family is only going to shatter further apart. The more episodes we see, the more it seems we're heading into a tragic ending, which is fitting. This episode builds on the tension established last week, and doubt joins the fray of alliances. The clear standout moment here was Connor's speech. Now, I could joke that really what these videos are is just me wanking off Succession week on week. Like, how many synonyms of amazing can I come up with for thumbnails? That being said, when you have a show that is full of such outstanding achievement, it kills off the motivation I have for the likely small grievances I do have with the show. Is it hard to tell what matters and what you should focus on without the full season of hindsight? Yeah, but that doesn't matter when a show is this good.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe.
This is Guantanamo level shit.